find out what this let's find out together what this fucking Quaalude-addled freak has got to say about fucking a Blue's Clues, huh? Shall we? Let's see how much brain power Matt Walsh can scrub up this time. Let's find out, everybody. Let's do it. Wasn't that drug outlawed in the 80s? Well,
Important not to idealize the past. The world during my childhood certainly wasn't perfect. The media we consumed at the time wasn't perfect either. But one thing I do remember is that children's shows were, broadly speaking, shows for children. They had childish themes and ideas and plots.
Nice. Okay. Children's shows for children. Okay, I get it. I get it.
The moral at the end of every story was always something like, sharing is good or learning is fun.
Okay.
And this all made a lot of sense. The show Blue's Clues was a little bit after my time. It debuted when I was...
Just observe, as we're watching this, I want you to observe the soulless, husk-like movements of his eyes as he sways from side to side sleepily. This guy is like the tiredest right-wing podcaster you can possibly imagine.
Was in middle school, I think, if I remember correctly, but my younger siblings were Blue's Clues fanatics, so I was exposed to the show a fair amount. During a typical episode, Blue, the cartoon dog, would decide that he wanted to, you know, make puppets out of construction paper or something.
Wait, Matt Walsh was... Wait, that's not the... This is not the other one. What's the other one? Oh my god. Wait, oh, here we go. Ha! He doesn't even have a Wikipedia page! How old is this idiot? Wait, how old is Matt Walsh? Not that Matt Walsh. The other one. He's 27? Matt Walsh is 27? No way. That's impossible. I don't believe it. No. That's impossible. It cannot be. He says he's 6'4". Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Where the fuck is this guy? Hold on, I want to find out. Wow, this site sucks. Authors. Here we go. Hold on. I'm doing some thinking. Where's Matt Walsh? There we go. Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is a writer, speaker, author, and one of the religious right's most influential young voices. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, it was at the bottom? Am I missing it? Oh, you were talking about him being at the bottom. Oh, okay. 6'4". He's 6'9". He has a 12-foot long penis. I mean, according to his Huffington Post, he's 27. If this guy is 27, holy shit. Holy shit, dude. He's 34? Okay. He looks like he's like 49. He acts like he's like 50. Seeing something that says he's 34? Holy shit. I was concerned. Oh my god. Anyway, let's continue. So, okay. So if he's 34, could his younger siblings have realistically grown up with Blue's Clues? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Really? Wait, how long has Blue's Clues been out? Blue's Clues in 1995? You're 36 and Blue's Clues was on when I was in middle school. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Fair enough. We did our fact checking.
something, and then he discovered that his scissors are missing. And with the help of his human friend Steve and the children watching at home, Blue would search around the house for his
Blue's
scissors.
a girl, dude. What the fuck?
And then he would eventually find the scissors, and that would be the end of the episode. Suspense, drama, sorrow, redemption. The show had it all. Or at least it had enough for the preschoolers in the audience.
Redemption?
Preschoolers, they don't need much from their entertainment. Innocent and simple should be the name of the game. And that's what many children's shows used to be. That's what Blue's Clues used to be. But not anymore. Like so many other forms of child entertainment, Blue's Clues went from looking for his scissors to this.
Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. This family has two mommies, they love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade. Families marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. This family has two daddies, they love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade. Come on, friends! Families marching three by three, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching three by three, hurrah, hurrah. These babas are non-binary, they love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade.
Yo! That was a bop! That was a bop! So what the fuck is wrong with this? So what's he gonna say? Wait, hold on, let's predict. This is child abuse, right? That's what he's gonna say, right? He's gonna say that this is child abuse, right? Let's find out. Am I right?
Yes, a non-binary disabled dolphin.
Okay.
And I hope you noticed the Black Lives Matter fist on the microphones. They really jammed it all
It's
in
not the Black Lives Matter fist. That's a solidarity fist, you fucking idiot.
there. Yes, that is a Pride Parade featured on a recent episode of
Cool.
the show Blue's Clues.
Okay.
A show which, again, is targeted specifically at children aged 3 to 5. The person singing is a man named Andrew Levitt, who goes by Nina West when he's on stage as a drag queen. And this is apparently not the first time that Blue's Clues has delved into LGBT propaganda. They recently released a video featuring young children.
Oh!
Talking about the different pride flags and what they mean. There are, of course, many pride flags that signify many different sexual proclivities. The parade segment we just watched goes on for a while, listing many of them, starting with gay and lesbian, and then, as you saw, disabled non-binary dolphins, and then into trans and beyond. Let's watch a little more just to see how far this actually goes.
Families marching 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. Ace, Bi, and Pan, grown-ups you see, can love each other so proudly. And they all go marching in the big parade. Oh, yeah!
Ace, Bi, and Pan.
Okay.
Sound like the names of, members of a boy band or something.
Really?
But no, Ace, Bi, and Pan, because it's important that 3-year-olds be taught about pansexuals. By the way, if you're wondering what ace means, I had to look that up. That's a term used for asexuals. Now, if you're wondering why asexuals, that is, people who experience no sexual attraction at all, are included in a community of people who identify themselves by their attraction to other people, and why anyone would be proud of not being attracted to other humans anyway, well, that I can't really explain.
What? Huh? There wasn't even a statement there. There wasn't even he didn't even make an argument. He was just like, an asexual person is there. An asexual person. Okay. Okay, dude. All right.
All I can say is that the LGBT umbrella has become more like a mushroom, growing and growing until it has reached now a point where it's defined not by what it is, but by what it isn't. The only...
What? What does that even mean? What the fuck does that even mean?
Similarity between an asexual, someone who isn't attracted to anybody, and a pansexual, someone who's attracted to everybody.
Well, that's not what pansexual means. Pansexual doesn't mean you're attracted to everybody. Look, if that was true, the pans would be the most popular on the planet. But the thing is that pansexuals are not concerned with gender. They're not. It doesn't mean they're literally attracted to every single person. Just so you know.
Is that neither are heterosexual.
Okay.
The point of pride for LGBT people these days
yeah.
seems to simply be that they aren't straight.
I mean, I would say that's pretty reductive, but not entirely wrong.
It's not a gay pride parade. It's a not straight parade. It's all about what
this is actually one of the worst ones he's ever done. We're 5 minutes into the video already?
you aren't. It's not really about what you are. Now, this is an important fact to keep in mind, especially as we enter into what has now been deemed Pride Month. It used to be, you had one part of a day, the Pride Parade, and then it was Pride Day, and then it was a week, and now it's Pride Month.
And soon,
many corporations,
and soon it will be Pride Year, and then it will be Pride Eternity, Matt. Yes, indeed. Every moment of every day will be positively radiating with all the colors of the rainbow, and you will not be invited.
Corporations and institutions will go out of their way this month, even more than they do every other month, to push this agenda onto the public and especially onto kids.
Yeah. Matt Walsh, the person who writes for the Daily Wire, who absolutely receives a fuckload of money from corporations, is so mad about corporations. These guys don't... Remember when I said a couple weeks ago that the right doesn't know what they're talking about anymore? Like, they literally don't know what the fuck they're talking about anymore. They don't know what they're talking about. He doesn't know what he's getting mad at. Matt Walsh is not anti-corporate. He's never been anti-corporate. Ever.
Example, recently unveiled a Pride cereal developed in association with the gay activist group GLAAD.
Oh, cool.
The marketing campaign declares that boxes are for cereal, not people.
True.
And on the side of the box, there's a list of pronouns with a couple of blank spaces so that kids can fill in their own pronouns if they want. Ironically, they say boxes are for cereal, not people, and then invite children to literally put themselves into a box.
No. What? Oh my God. Is Matt Walsh okay? Writing on the outside of a box is not literally putting yourself into a box. What the fuck? What? This is phenomenal. This is stupid even for Matt Walsh.
Indeed, the LGBT movement is all about boxes. It's all about obsessively identifying and labeling people.
No.
The last thing they want is for children to be free and unencumbered, able to explore the world, figure themselves out from a very young age.
What?
They say to the kids, here are the labels. Now pick one for yourself.
What?
And assume an identity that coincides with it. Of course, they'll never be honest about it.
Since when?
The fact.
What is he talking? What is he even talking about?
Undeniable, indisputable fact, which is staring us right in the face,
Okay.
is that the cultural powers that be really desperately want your kid to be gay or trans
It's gonna happen. Here it comes.
or some variation thereof. And they are going to do what they can to make that happen. But they won't admit it. Instead, they'll tell you that all of this, pride parades and pansexuals in schools, in shows for 3-year-olds, non-binary pronouns on cereal boxes, etc. All of this is about inviting kids to be themselves, they'll say. It's about inviting the 3-year-olds who are already trans or gay or pansexual to simply come out and live their authentic truth. Now, if you're still buying that line, then you may be a hopeless case. I don't know what to tell you. I can't force oblivious people to use their brains if they've gotten so comfortable living without them. But for everybody else, the truth should be clear by now. This, of course, has nothing to do with inviting kids to be who they are. There are no transgender 3-year-olds or bisexual 3-year-olds.
Here it comes.
Or pansexual 3-year-olds. 3-year-olds are not concerned with expressing their sexual identities, mostly because they don't have a sexual identity at that age. They're concerned mostly with eating snacks and running around without their shoes on and playing with their toys.
Matt? Matt?
If we wanted to help them live their truth, quote unquote, that's the truth we would help them live. This hypersexualization, this incessant propagandizing,
He's doing
is rather about introducing a new, quote, truth. It's about turning them into something that they would not otherwise be. And as we already covered, the identity that our most powerful cultural institutions want a child to adopt is a negative identity. The message to the child is simple.
What?
In a way, it's simple. Be what you want to be who you want to be, but don't be straight.
What?
Don't be, quote, cisgender. Don't adopt any values or worldviews or ideas that your grandparents may have held. So be whoever you want to be, just not that.
Joe Biden and every corporation on earth literally wants you to not be straight. What the fuck? And by the way, did you catch that he did imply that this is child abuse?
Here are your boxes. There are a lot of boxes, but you have to choose one. And choose it early and find your identity and your purpose in it.
What?
That's the message. Though the people spreading that message,
Dude, Matt Walsh is unironically brain dead. Like, that was one of that, like, this is a masterclass on saying nothing for 9 minutes. Holy shit.
You know, one of
We
the
got to
great things
do
about-
another one. Oh my god, Matt Walsh is so fucking funny. Oh my god. Oh yeah, he did this thing. He did this shit. I forgot about that. Oh, let's do this one. Oh my god.
Okay, so now we're gonna-
I gotta see him lose his mind over this children's book. Please, it's so much fun. Oh my god, I gotta see him get mad about this.
Look at another
Please.
woke children's book. This one, on the surface, I mean, literally reading the book by its cover, it seems maybe not as bad as some of the others that we've looked at.
Uh-oh. Oh, just DM me on Discord, Axetti. Here we go.
That we've reviewed, but you never know. So we just kind of, we're going to read this whole thing. It's pretty short. And I'll read
Matt
the
Walsh, an adult man who spends most of his time absolutely malding while fucking blasted out of his mind at children's books.
whole thing, and then I'll offer my review. So let's get into it. This is called C is for Consent.
Okay.
And this is...
What was that him? Was that his video?
This is called C is for Consent. And this is...
What? Is this like what it's like to watch a content creator gain dementia in real time? Like, that doesn't even, I don't even get what's going on. There's just a random scream.
It says ages, this is for ages 0 and plus. So if you have a 0-year-old child, they could read this and up from there. I mean, you know, it's a board book, it's short. So this is really for kids probably, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. All right. It says, it's time for a party with family and friends.
Okay, yeah.
And you see, of course, there we've got the interracial gay couple. We've got
Sick.
the interracial disabled couple. Well, one member of the
Sick.
couple's disabled.
Sick.
You got to get all the
Sick.
representation there.
Does he think, wait, does he think that like interracial relationships aren't normal, or that like disabled people don't exist?
And I don't see any furries. I don't see anyone who's apparently transsexual or even transgender.
Dude, what? Super Mike with the $5. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. It kind of seems like to me that he is intentionally not getting the point of the topic he brings up, either because he doesn't want to get demonetized or banned. I don't know what the fuck is going on in his head. Thank you very much, Super Mike. I appreciate that. Okay.
Or pansexual, so that's a problem, but we'll keep going.
Well, how do you tell if somebody's pansexual? Like, how do you tell, or trans for that matter?
Grandma wants a hug, but Finn isn't in the mood. That's okay, says Dad. You don't have to give hugs if you don't want to.
True, you do not. You do not have to. Wow, what a surprise. No, you do not have to hug your relatives or do anything that your relatives want. But this is true, though. This is actually true. Like, this is how you teach a kid that it's not okay for creepy Uncle Joe to fucking get him. For creepy Uncle Matt to get him.
Grandpa leans down to kiss Finn. Mom says, please ask for consent first. Grandpa asks, may I kiss you on the cheek? Finn replies, yes, you may.
Yes.
Auntie and Uncle want Finn to sit with them. Come sit on my lap. No, you have to sit on my lap. Finn says, no, thank you. My parents say I don't have to sit on anyone's lap if I don't feel like it.
True? Does Matt Walsh think this is bad? Does Matt Walsh think this is bad? This is true. Like, this is actually true. Like, this is actually correct. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm going to do a prediction. All right, ready? I'm going to do a prediction. I think, ready? Here we go, big brain mode. Okay, ready? I think what he's going to do is he's going to equate this with a married couple having to ask before they kiss. Every time. And he won't even think twice about the difference between a child who can be easily overpowered by an adult learning that they can say no, and two adults in a consensual marriage. Watch, I guarantee you he's gonna do it. Oh my God, what? I bet he's gonna do it. Let's see. Let's find out.
Brat this kid is. Mom's friends give Finn a present. Does that mean he has to hug or kiss that person?
This is important.
Only if he wants to. Maybe Finn could high five or fist bump instead, or maybe he doesn't want to be touched at all. It's his choice what happens to his body. Finn is happy to see his best friend Rue. He asks, may I hold your hand? It is okay for you to say no. Rue replies, yes, you may hold my hand. Thank you for asking first. And that's it. That's the end of the whole story. Okay. Then there are discussion questions at the end, which we won't get into. Well, so that...
Uh-oh. He's got 4 minutes to rant. He's got 4 fucking minutes to rant. Uh-oh. Oh boy, here we go.
That actually is, somewhat surprisingly, this is the worst one yet, I think. This somehow manages...
How is this the worst one yet? Self-report. We've got a fucking self-report here. Oh boy, uh-oh. This is gonna get really creepy, everybody. Who let the pedo clown into the circus? Who let the pedo clown into the circus? Hold on, there's a song for this, okay? Hold on. There's a song for this. This is the one.
Listen. I'm not trying to intellectually ejaculate. All over you, okay? I'm not trying to shoot thick ropes of my intellect into your face, just to be clear. Listen. But listen, I'll be honest. I tuned out of this conversation a little while ago. What's going on now? Listen. Boris Johnson is a Chud Logic once again is correct about everything. Everyone should listen to my opinions, uncritically accept them as their own, and go out onto the internet and repeat them verbatim. Everyone should listen to my opinions, uncritically accept them as their own, repeat them verbatim.
Oh no, Joker Chud! Joker Chud!
Like, what the fuck? Who let Pedo Clown in here?
Yeah, who did let Pedo Clown in here?
Pedo Clown running about. Fucking helicopter dicking everywhere. What the fuck? What are we doing? Why are we letting Pedo Clowns into our circus? That's ridiculous.
Good question, Chud Logic. Why are we?
Fuck me.
Who let...
Who thought booking the Pedo Clown would be a good idea? Well, we just let him in. It was a walk-on circus. The dude turned up, he had a clown suit on, so we let him on. Yeah, but he's a paedophile. We let a fucking paedophile clown into the circus. What are you doing?
All right, let's continue. Let's continue, shall we?
Just to be more disturbing than, books that are pushing transgenderism and bisexuality and all that kind of stuff. Those books are bad too, but don't get me wrong, but this one disturbs me on a deeper level.
So let me get this straight. So far, Matt Walsh is disturbed by the concept of children being able to say no to physical touch such as kisses and sitting on laps. You literally cannot make this shit up. You really cannot. Am I losing my mind? Or is this just where we're at? This is just where we're at, isn't it?
So let's count the ways. To begin with, before we get to the major problems here.
Thank you for the $5 under the thunder.
is
Appreciate it.
Awful.
No worries.
I mean, this is what happens when you have permissive hippie parents. I can't imagine
What?
if I was a little kid, if I was like 6 years old, and my grandmother came to visit and said, "Hey, give me a hug," and I said, "Nah, I don't feel like it, Granny." I cannot imagine what my dad.
You're literally explaining why this book is important. You're literally about to explain why this book is important. This is getting really weird.
Reaction would have been. It would not have been pleasant, I can tell you. My reaction with my own kid.
Dude, what? That's bad. This is a major self-report. Holy shit. This is a major self-report. Oh my God.
It wouldn't be pleasant in that situation. Yes, I tell them. I guess I violate. Let me tell you something. I violate.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What are we about to see?
Yes, I tell them. I guess I violate. Let me tell you something. I violate my kids' consent all the time in the sense that.
We need a clip. I need a clip of this. Danny. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Here's the time. Danny, I need this clip, please. For the love of God, please. Someone get me this clip. I need this clip. Holy shit. I cannot believe he decided to do this bit.
Let me tell you something. I violate my kids' consent all the time in the sense that I force them to do things they don't want to do.
Sit down and study! I was wrong, everybody. I was wrong. I was deeply incorrect. I underestimated how fucked this would be. I thought the argument he was gonna make was like, oh, if you listen to liberals, they would mean you have to write a kiss contract with your wife. I thought that's where he was gonna go. This is so fucked. This is so fucked.
Much of the day, in fact, is involves them doing things that it's not their idea to do those things. They don't really want to do those things.
Oh my God.
I mean, clean their room. Let's start with that. Like, I don't get
The look of nervousness on his face. You know they didn't have to choose to publish this, and they did. They chose to publish this. They chose to edit and publish this.
their consent for that. What is that, forced labor? Is that slavery? My kids know that when a family member comes over to visit, you go and give them a hug. It's not an option. It's not a choice.
Dude, that is not okay. That is not fucking okay. This is... Okay, can we take just 1 second here? Let me just explain something real quick, okay? Unironically, this is one of the ways in which conservatives perpetuate child abuse. I'm not kidding you. I'm not even kidding you. This is one of the ways in which conservatism perpetuates child abuse. You are forced into intimate contact with family members constantly, and you are taught that you will be in trouble if you don't. That is not good. The reason why people make books like this is because as it turns out, children get hurt by their family members all the time, and they don't talk about it because they're afraid that they will get in trouble for doing so. This is incredibly bad. Just so you know, I'm actually not kidding you. This is genuinely terrible. Pressuring your kids into intimate contact with family members, whether they want to or not, is horrible. Well, of course there is. There's a reason. If you want to hug your family member, that's fine. If you want to kiss your family members, that's fine. Consensually. Yeah, they don't want drama, quote unquote. Oh my God. Oh my God. We got a clip here.
I violate my kids' consent all the time, in the sense that I violate my kids' consent all the time, in the sense that...
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to post this in our editing chat real quick. We're going to need this one. We're going to need this one for sure. Yep. Yepperoonie. Whoo boy. Whoo boy. Alrighty then. All right.
You are required to do that.
Well, don't look at me like I'm frickin' Frankenstein. Give your father a hug.
Because that's polite. But the major problem here is that the book explicitly sexualizes physical contact between family members.
No, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. Nowhere in this fucking book does it do that. You're doing that, dude. Holy shit. This is actually... I thought this was going to be funny, like him malding about this book. This is actually disgusting, dude.
This author who is it? Eleanor Morrison. He, his, her, whoever's, they're taking their own, I don't want to misgender them. Whoever it is, they're taking their own complex and projecting it onto everyone else. I don't know what's going on with you, that you view a hug from an aunt or a grandfather as potentially sexual in nature, but it's something you should be talking to a therapist about. You don't write it into a children's book.
What?
For God's sake.
Dude, what are you talking about? This is a book very clearly about not allowing family members to touch you against your will. This is meant to educate children to be safer. And this fucking pedo clown over here is fucking... This fucking small-dicked pedo clown over here is fucking literally arguing against that. He's literally arguing that he will beat his children. He just showed that he would beat his children if they don't touch their family members against their will.
And this is what you get from the left, right? They grew up on a diet of Freud, whether they know it or not, and now they see everything
Freud?
in sexual terms. Everything is sexual.
What?
They're incapable
what
of
are you talking
conceptualizing
about?
any human interaction that might occur outside of a sexual framework. Everything for them is sexual or potentially sexual, and they're weirdos, in other words, to summarize.
Losers, in other words.
I mean, let's take the family dynamic out of it for a second, just for a moment, because I
Oh
don't want
boy,
to
here
dwell
we
on
go.
that. It's too disturbing.
Oh, wait, is he going to do both? Is he going to double dip? Maybe I was right still.
And let's pretend that we're talking about just some dude and a girl, and they're not related. Even in that context, the idea that verbal consent should precede every physical interaction is asinine. I mean, my wife...
He's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing the argument I said. He's double dipping. He's doing the exact argument I predicted. The exact one. But he decided to throw in, he could have just made this video with this argument, which is a bad argument, but he also had to argue and literally say out loud that he violates his children's consent constantly. Ooh, God, dude.
would look at me like a maniac if we were walking somewhere down the sidewalk or something, and I said, "Excuse me,
May I have consent to hold your hand? Requesting permission to initiate physical interaction."
Permission granted. You may maintain physical contact for 75 seconds.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's what they want. Now we know why leftists are so angry all the time. They're lonely. Nobody wants to be around them because this...
Okay. In case there's anybody who doesn't understand why this argument is fucking stupid, adults are capable, largely, of defending themselves, of leaving a situation, of existing independently of other people. Children are easily overpowered by adult family members, do not understand the world yet. Their brain isn't even done forming. This is why there's different. And also, if you're engaged in a relationship with an adult, there are contexts that allow that to be the case. For example, you can have a conversation with your wife. I mean, I assume that you can have a conversation that says, hey, you're cool with us like just kissing whenever, right? And your wife is probably going to say yes and not care. And that gives you some level of reasonable consent to do things together as long as she says, hey, stop. But the thing is, the big context change is that adults can easily tell you to stop. They can tell you to stop. Children can't, dude.
They act like some bizarre mix. It's the weirdest mix of hedonistic sex fiend and robot.
You wouldn't know perversion if it put clamps on your testicles.
Leftist men in particular are just lonely. There's no way any woman wants to be around this kind of thing if they carry on like this. All of this hyper consent stuff, it makes sense among machines. But for organic creatures, we need organic interactions. We need things to develop naturally. But this all, again, this is, I'm talking now about two adults who aren't related. So I'm doing the book a favor by framing the conversation this way. What the book is actually talking about, again, are little kids and their grandparents. They want robotic consent requests, even in that.
No. They're saying, please don't force touch on my child unless they tell you you can. You can literally just be like, hey, would you like a kiss? And then the child would go, no, thank you. Do you think a child literally should not be able to say no to a kiss or a hug? That's so fucked. Dude, that's so fucked.
That context.
Excuse me, young one. May I have consent
check
to
it,
kiss you on the forehead and squeeze your cheeks and remark on how big you've gotten since I last saw you 2 months ago?
Permission denied. Get lost, you old fart.
That is literally the future the left wants. And I say, no thanks. Pretend that we're talking about just some dude and a girl and they're not related. Even in that context, the idea that verbal consent should precede every physical interaction is asinine. And let's...
Well, okay, dude. If you say so. Wow. So, let's see. The world that leftists want is one where everybody has to ask consent before they're kissed or touched. And the world that Matt Walsh wants is one where you can violate the consent of your child to kiss and touch them whenever you want. And if you don't, then you should beat your children. Oh, Vermin, did you catch this? Look at this. Vermin, I'm not kidding you. Look. Oh, I'm going to re-show this just because it's so good. Hold on a second. 1 second. Let me bring this up. Oop. Watch this. Yeah. Get ready, Vermin. This is bad. This is fucking bad.
I violate my kids' consent all the time, in the sense that I violate my kids' consent all the time, in the sense
this isn't even a fucking clip chimp. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, this is a clip chimp. It makes it sound like he's like raping his kids all the time, but no joke. The argument he makes in the video is that you should beat your children. He literally says that you should beat your children if they're not polite in accepting hugs and kisses against their will from family members. Yeah, literally pro rape conservatives. Holy shit. Wow, they've gotten so goddamn bad. Holy shit. Oh my motherfucking God. Have they gotten bad, or is it just Max? I mean, they've always been this bad, but like, this is like, I don't know. Like, I mean, to be fair, Rush Limbaugh did this too. Like, Rush Limbaugh did this as well. We watched a thing of Rush Limbaugh talking about, we could watch it again. Here, I think we got it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Conservative media historically have a pretty shaky relationship with the concept of consent and how important getting consent is before engaging in any sort of sexual activity. But Rush Limbaugh, one of the old guard of the conservative media, has decided to take it a step further and is now declaring war on the very idea of consent in the first place. Let's listen.
How ironic, then, that a culture which rejects moral standards, and make no bones, folks, we do. Standards, moral standards. You stand up for moral standards, you're going to be mocked and laughed out of the rooms. You know what the magic word, the only thing that matters in American sexual mores today is one thing. You can do anything. The left will promote and understand and tolerate anything as long as there is one element. Do you know what it is? Consent. If there is consent on both or all three or all four, however many are involved in the sex act, it's perfectly fine, whatever it is. But if the left ever senses and smells that there's no consent in part of the equation, then here comes...
Yes. Definitionally, here comes the rape police.
The rape police.
Yes. The normal police.
But consent,
yes, the normal police,
is the magic key to the left.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. Yes. The normal police will come to get you if you violate people's consent. Yes. Yes. And Vermin said, same energy as this. This one time my mom kept touching my leg and I didn't like it. So I asked her to stop and she mocked me and continued to do it. So I told her to fuck off and left, only to get passive aggressive messages about me being too much afterwards. Like, no, Lamau, no wonder we don't talk anymore. Wow, your children don't fucking owe you. Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck parent thinks they can just touch their like kid at will? Like, no matter what. That's so fucked.